Let's talk about one of the most frustrating and unpredictable medical events a person can go through: a stroke. We often hear about the physical aftermath, the paralysis, the weakness on one side of the body. The entire focus of recovery, both in the public imagination and in many clinics, is on the motor system, getting the muscles to fire again, to regain that strength. But what if I told you there's a hidden barrier to recovery, a silent saboteur that often goes completely unchecked? A new study is using robotics to expose this exact problem. It all revolves around a sense you probably don't even know you have until it's gone. It's called proprioception, your body's internal GPS. Lewis went to sleep and woke up unable to move his left side after a silent stroke. Through months of therapy, he regained the use of his leg, but his left arm remained paralyzed. And here's the critical part of the puzzle that researchers at the University of Delaware are trying to solve, in cases like Don's. Is the problem only that the brain can't send the move command to the arm? Or is it also that the brain has lost its connection to the arm's GPS, so it has no idea where the arm even is to begin with? This is the question that has plagued stroke science because, without movement, how do you test for this hidden sense? The UD team, led by Professor Jennifer Semrau and doctoral candidate Joanna Ho, is using a robotic exoskeleton called the KinArm. Don sits in this device, and it does the moving for him. It gently, precisely, moves his impaired arm by tiny increments, sometimes as little as half a centimeter. For a healthy person, that's an easily detectable blip on their internal radar. But for someone post-stroke, the results are all over the map. Some, like Semrau explains, can't tell their arm was moved a staggering 10 centimeters. Think about the real-world implications of that for a second. That's the difference between successfully reaching for a cup of coffee and accidentally knocking it over, or worse, brushing your hand against a hot stove without even realizing it. The brilliance of this robotic approach is that it finally isolates the sensory problem from the motor one. It proves that even if a patient can't move their arm at all, we can still quantify the health of their proprioceptive sense. Joanna Ho, who came to this research as a clinician, admits she had a total blind spot to the sensory system. She, like most in her field, was trained to think about movement purely through the lens of motor function. And she's not alone. The study found that a mere 1% of clinicians actually test for proprioception in people with stroke. The conclusion from the team is profound and points to a necessary revolution in rehabilitation. Recovery isn't just about building back muscle commands. It's about reestablishing the brain's internal map of the body. Every patient's sensory loss is a unique fingerprint, and their therapy needs to be just as personalized. The onus is now on the medical community to start looking for this hidden deficit, as Semrau puts it so bluntly. Without sensory recovery, a person will not gain full recovery of function. It's not just about moving the arm. It's about the brain knowing, feeling, and trusting that the arm is there, ready to be moved.